Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you're having a great day because I really am having a wonderful day today. This is part 2 of fear. I did a little video on fear, telling you guys about my fear of moving to a new city and state and my fear of attending a new school. But it didn't end there, and I didn't tell you the other part to that. And I said, well, maybe I should do a video to let them know what happened after that initial fear of being in a new place. So here we go again. After the school year had ended at that particular school, guess what? We moved to another location in my new city. Here we go again. I was already the new child on the block, and now I had to endure some more fear or being uncomfortable in a situation with new people, strange people. Once again, we moved from that home, and my family looked tirelessly in that community where we were and that area of town to find other housing. And the reason why we had to move is because we were living in a rented house. And in those days, the interstate was coming through the city. It was a thing called urban renewal. And a lot of homes had to be sold. And because the interstate was taking up that area. So the folks that my people rented from had to move from their home where they were because of the urban renewal, and they needed the house that we were living in for their family. So here we go again, looking for more housing. Couldn't find any housing on that particular side of town. It was a nice side of town. Couldn't find any housing though. So my folks had to start looking on the opposite side of town. And finally, they found another property and we were able to move. So that meant I couldn't walk to that school any longer. And by me being the new child on the block, I could not walk, and I didn't know my way around town. There was public transportation that I could have caught from one side of town to the other side of town to be with the students that I had become familiar with for that whole school year. So, didn't know how to catch the bus. And my mom said, there's a school, a high school, just a couple of blocks away. And you can go to that school. So I was upset about it. Here I am, first year, not even been in the city for a year, just 9 months. And now I'm pulled from that school and I have to go to another school. That was more fear, and it was hard on me. I wasn't comfortable with it. I didn't know what this new school would be like, what these new students would be like, and I had to leave all of my other friends behind. However, I did keep in touch with friends that I had met when I first came to town and first went to the school that I was going to. So I was sad, and I said, well, I'll get through this. just like I got through it before. At least I won't have to walk as far as I did at the other school. So I got registered and everything, and here it is, another big school, 3 floors, not knowing anybody. It was just like I'm just moving to town again in a new community. Oh my goodness, my heart dropped. But I didn't let it stop me. I could have dropped out of school. I could have just thrown my hands up. And I hope this will help somebody and encourage somebody and inspire somebody who may be wanting to give up. Never give up. There is always hope, and you can do whatever you want as long as you set your mind to it. You can do it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. And I was in a better position because I didn't have to walk as far. And on my route to school then, there were many more students walking. So the school was busy. I got registered in that school. It was busy. All of these students, all of these teachers. I mean, just a big school, about as big as the one I had just left. But I didn't know anybody. So guess what, y'all? This school had a tunnel as well, an underground tunnel, same as the other school. Because it was a busy street again, and students just couldn't cross the street. We had to go through a tunnel. And when I tell you, going through a tunnel with a bunch of high schoolers, people that you don't know, boys that misbehave, it was scary. So I had to go through this tunnel, but many times there were more students going through the tunnel. I didn't like the tunnel because these tunnels were dim and they didn't smell good. Sometimes they smelled like urine, all kinds of stuff. Boys trying to hug girls and trying to run behind girls. You know, it was just not anything I was used to. So I went through that school year. Everything worked out fine. I didn't have any problems. I met new friends. I fell right in, but I was a new child on the block over there as well. Now, this is only my second school year in the city and my second school already. So as it turned out, I went to that school, I graduated and everything. I did very well. I went to school every day, made honor rolls sometimes I didn't, but I got through it. And then came college. So I knew that I was going to attend college. I already knew all of these obstacles that I had as a young teen, all of the fear, all of the changing from one city and state to another city and state, but I still managed to get through it. God was with me. By His grace and mercy, I made it. Again, I owe Him all the honor, glory, and praise. So be inspired by this message if you listen to it. Be encouraged. Be motivated that you too can get through some things. It may have been potentially dangerous. Looking back, it was dangerous for me to be walking such a long distance in the first school. It was dangerous going through the tunnels. You didn't know if a fight would get started or somebody try to throw you to the ground, or you never knew what could happen in these tunnels. Like I said, you would see boys trying to kiss girls, running behind girls, all of this stuff. And if you have ever walked through a tunnel, you know it's dim. It's underground. Even with the lights, it's not like daylight. So that's what I was faced with, but I went to that school and graduated, as I said. I went to that school for 3 years. So everything went well, but I hope you like this video. If you do, please consider returning, subscribing, thumbs up, and making comments. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful day.